Stavros Tousios for M4Markets. Today we're going to have a quick look on gold and also Bitcoin. Gold has come down all the way to this acceleration channel, and that's acceleration because we're connecting the peaks with the first swing low, right? You see it's exactly where we are currently, pretty much. And we do see an actual divergence over here. We talked about this divergence and we said that there is potential that we do see further downside in the short term, and that divergence still will be intact. Yeah, and we came all the way to 1818, but we failed to go down to 1811 or 1805, which both are important short-term supports. Now, breaking outside this channel is not necessarily going to mean we continue lower. It's going to mean that we are going to exit the accelerated trend to the upside. There is still, of course, the base trend, and that is much lower to what we currently see, and other things that we need to take into account. Let's not also forget that while we do see that signal actually portrayed here on the charts, we also cannot ignore the fact that we see also a hidden bearish divergence over here, right? And we had an attempt to move up above the 1850. We failed, okay? And it's important to see, you know, what sort of levels we can expect, what sort of structures we can expect for validation and invalidation. The clear thing that we do currently see is that we are ranging, okay? And according to price action, because we see higher higher lows and, well, you can say also, yes, lower highs, it seems to be a case of a narrowing range, okay? This typically suggests we're going to get more narrow, and at some point we're going to get a breakout either to the upside or to the downside. So the levels we need to look for breakouts are the preceding swings. We can draw this channel, although it's random, okay, and also pay attention to, in case we start seeing upside, start paying attention to the top. At the same time, while we have drawn this sort of channel now, let's not forget that that shows us an actual apex coming here together. So maybe we are going to indeed bounce in between those levels until we see a breakout. Now, when we look at BTC, we talked about BTC's move outside this channel, which by the way is also an acceleration channel. But what has happened with BTC is that we had a false break, okay? We even failed to reach the very important level down at 23K, and we moved up, and we are moving up. In the shorter term, you see that low and that low over here, we do have some divergence, and that is probably why we see the recent move to the upside. Does this mean we can go higher or not? Well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the 50, and let's not forget, guys, we have a double top here. We did a double top, right? Now look, we did break the 50 and we went up to 61.8. So what remains to be seen now is whether we break below 38 or above 62. Okay, this is going to be a small range in the short term, most probably, right? And also at the same time, if we do fall, you know, we would prefer to remain above or within this channel so that, you know, we can kind of assume that now we have returned within this ascending accelerated trend, because falling below it again is going to open the door to further moves to the downside that are going to see probably the 23K and perhaps even lower. Now, what is important to do here is to look at a potential like short-term move to the downside over here, perhaps around 24K, 2420, and see in an increased momentum sort of case, see the potential move up to around the 100%, okay? Anything above is going to be considered stiff resistance because we already have a double bottom here, and that will give us a potential chance, okay, for another leg to the downside and a potential range over here. Okay, I would like to consider this as a triangle as well. Pay attention to the upside, okay, because maybe we're not going to go as high. And if we do something like this, then the triangle, of course, will mean that the breakout is more likely to occur to the upside rather than to the downside, which is a contrary case to gold price action.